Well, here's some hometown what's hot. Bootlegging, casinos, mobsters, dinner clubs. Sounds like something you'd find in New York or Chicago in the early 1900s. Would it surprise you to know it was right here on Galveston Island? It's that history that is the star of the new Galveston the Musical, getting ready to open at Masquerade Theater. Joining me this morning with more on this unique musical, the artistic director, Phillip Duggins, on the outside here, and the man who wrote the story, Bob Wilkins. Good morning. Now, this is set right after the Great Storm of 1900. So, Bob, it's your story. Tell us about the reinvention that started to take place after that time in history.
Well, after that time, you had bootlegging that went on. So there was loads of liquor coming into Galveston because it was illegal and distributed throughout the Midwest and certainly to Galveston. When that was eliminated, then these people had lots of money, and they wanted to do something with it, and they built casinos. At that time, Galveston, London, Havana, and New York were the top entertainment places in the world. Right. And so...
And we're talking like Frank Sinatra and everybody.
Bob Hope, Sophie Tucker, absolutely. And when I grew up, a lot of this was still around. We could go to the Balinese room. As teenagers, we could have a drink, catch a burlesque show if we wanted to, play a little blackjack. I realized this wasn't going to be here forever. You know, you remember that.
Bob, you're glad to see you. You're letting it all out here. Now, who are the brothers from Sicily?
Well, that was Sam and Rose Maceo. Sam Maceo was a wonderful gangster. He loved all of the people in Galveston, helped the churches. His brother was a tough guy. He's the one, and you will see this in the musical, who kept Al Capone out of Galveston. He was afraid of him, but he was a good guy.
So the mob of the island kept all the Chicago, New York out. Now we are, of course, the best little whorehouse in Texas, so I'm familiar with the history of Texas becoming an outstanding musical. That's the challenge for you, correct?
Right, correct.
So what made you want to get into this?
Well, Masquerade Theater, first of all, we're about hiring only professional local talent. That's our whole thing here. And so it was a perfect mix, local history, local talent. And Bob is infectious, as you can tell.
Right.
And the story is so interesting, and the characters, because they're based on real people, it was a perfect marriage. It's got everything in it, the great numbers, the dance numbers, the casinos, the whole story. And there's so much about the island that I didn't know until I got involved with this musical.
Oh, the BOIs now, born on the islands. Okay, now, did you have to get the blessing from any those that remember?
Absolutely. We wanted to use the names of the Maceos, and so I had to go to one of the senior Maceos and ask him for that, and he said, "Yes, son. I remember your father, who was in the Lions Club with me, and I remember when you played football for Ball High, and I know you're going to treat us well, so yes, you can use our name." And so we did.
Tell me, are there any slot machines in the Bay? I've always heard that story.
I can tell you that, but I'd have to kill you.
That's true. We certainly don't want that. Hey, Masquerade Theater's Galveston the Musical runs September 30th through October 9th at the Hobby Center. For tickets, call 713-868-9696, or you can find the link at abc13.com. Eyewitness News viewers can get discount tickets by using the code MUSICAL. That's right, use that code.